This is the Python Commandos Warbond, and it's one of the most exciting Warbonds released yet. It has a minigun, a chainsword support weapon, a flame-spewing guard dog, and a new assault rifle with an underbarrel grenade launcher. To say that the Warbond is stacked would be an understatement. Separate from the Warbond is a Superstore exclusive, a double-barrel shotgun that very well may be one of my new favorite primary weapons. After hours of grinding, I've managed to unlock all the goodies from the Warbond, and I'll be testing them out to let you know how good or bad they are, and if they're worth your hard-earned medals and super credits. Starting off with the 1-2, the new assault rifle, it fires light armor pen rounds and has a slightly higher DPS than the base Liberator, with a 40-round magazine capacity. This puts it somewhere in the middle of the pack for primaries, and I think it's a perfectly serviceable primary weapon. Its max capacity is 6 magazines, but with the Siege Ready passive, that gets bumped up to 8. Now let's talk about the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is a separate firing mode on the weapon, so it's a little awkward to use. You have to hold down the reload button and then toggle down to make the swap. This can take some getting used to, and it's a lot slower than the single button press that I'm used to when swapping to a grenade pistol. The launcher comes with 3 spare grenades, and unfortunately that amount cannot be increased by the Siege Ready passive. So for those that were concerned about the 1-2 being overpowered, don't worry, it's definitely not. It also does not make the grenade pistol obsolete, as the grenade pistol comes with 8 grenades and you can swap to it much quicker. If you're only using the 1-2, you will run out of grenades before you're able to clear larger nests, requiring you to either come back later with additional grenades or swap to using your throwable grenades to close the remaining holes. Overall, it's a cool, if not kind of gimmicky assault rifle, and it's not a bad addition to the game at all. Next is the Flame Guard Dog, which is extremely effective against the bugs and the Illuminate, especially in tight choke points. This guard dog can clear entire patrols almost by itself. However, I'll say that it is also more lethal to the user than both the AR and laser guard dogs, and there were quite a few times that I got lit on fire because I was caught between the guard dog and its target. So when you're comparing guard dogs, the flamethrower is much better at dealing with everything else, but you'll need to be willing to deal with flying enemies yourself. Moving over to the Superstore, let's talk about the Double Freedom. Now, this isn't the first time Arrowhead has locked a new primary behind the Superstore paywall. Of course, you can grind the super credits without paying, which is a nice feature, but it's still going to set you back 400 credits for just the weapon. The question is it worth buying? And in my opinion, absolutely. This thing is a beast. It's a double barrel shotgun with medium armor pen that does an enormous amount of damage per shot. It has 2 firing modes, which can be swapped using the reload menu, with the default being a single shot and the secondary firing mode being a volley shot, firing both barrels simultaneously. This thing absolutely wreaks havoc on the bug front, popping alpha commanders, hive guards, and pretty much every other small bug effortlessly in single shot mode. Swapping over to the volley fire mode, it is powerful enough to kill impalers with 2 shots once they've burrowed, and it makes short work of chargers if you're targeting their abdomens. I wouldn't recommend it for Biotitans, but I was able to get this kill on one that was already pretty heavily damaged, so I will say it's a possibility, just not recommended. This is an absolute S-tier weapon, and I think it's my new favorite shotgun, which is crazy because I love the cookout, and this thing's better. The other great thing about this weapon is that rounds reload just like the pump shotguns, so you can fire a shot, reload a round, and to make that even quicker, I recommend bringing the Siege Ready passive. As for upgrades, I really liked equipping the flashlight laser combo, which gave me improved ergonomics as well as the benefits of a laser and shotgun. It's a shame that it wasn't included in the Warbond, but I do think it's worth the credits. Then there's the Defoliator, the chainsword as everyone's calling it. This thing is a fun gimmick support weapon, something that you can easily run and get away with on lower difficulties, but it's certainly not the best choice for Super Helldive. It has heavy armor pen and it is capable of killing heavies, but I recommend bringing stun grenades if you want to lock them down, because one wrong move, they're usually able to kill you in one shot. It is a lot of fun running heavy armor, the stim booster, and popping a stim and going in and just going crazy on chaff. That is a fun experience. Now let's talk about the minigun, or as Helldivers 2 calls it, the Maxigun. This is what everybody wants to know about, and it's certainly what I was most excited about from this Warbond. The Maxigun fires medium armor penetrating rounds, has a 750 round capacity, and cannot be fired without its backpack. Firing it will also make you stationary. You can't walk and fire at the same time because it's a freaking minigun. This isn't like other support weapons where you can reload it with the backpack and then drop the backpack. you need to have both equipped, and having only one is useless without the other. The support weapon absolutely shreds through anything and everything that isn't heavily armored, and even then, it's capable of targeting medium weak spots on impalers and chargers. I had an absolute blast with this weapon. I think it's very strong, but I can't recommend it for solo players. Don't get me wrong, the Maxigun is fantastic, but you're taking up both your backpack and your support weapon, and you absolutely need several anti-tank stratagems in your build on higher difficulties. Eagles or orbitals, something to take out all the chargers, impalers, and biotitans. I recommend having a teammate or two that have anti-tank support weapons that are going to cover your back, because for big targets like biotitans, with a Maxigun, you're stationary. Most of the times, you're not going to be able to shred them before they take you out. This Warbond is a fantastic addition to the game. Both the Maxigun and the Flamethrower Guard Dog are fantastic additions to the game, and I'm already thinking of all the different builds that I could make work with those two new additions. As for the Double Freedom, I think this is going to be my new go-to shotgun because it's just an absolute beast of a weapon, and I would put it at the very top of my primary tier list. Thanks for watching. If I missed anything, head down to the comments, let me know, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.